Hey everyone, I'm Mike from the San Juan Mountains Association, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a nature journal. Nature journals are a great way to keep track of some of the amazing things that you find in nature right around your backyard. And what I'm going to be doing today is showing you how to make one and also showing you around my backyard and some of the things that I put in it. Then I'm going to turn you all loose to go out for a little bit and find things to put in your own nature journals. And then we'll come back and do some sharing. So let's take a look at how to make one. So let's take a look at how to make a nature journal. All you need is a stack of papers like you have right here. And if you take that stack and you fold it in half, you'll get a little booklet with pages inside. I'm reusing paper, that's why there's writing on some of mine. But you'll have pages that you can write on inside of yours. Now, once you've done that, you can take a piece of construction paper, any color you want, and you can add it to the outside and fold it around the outside like this. You'll end up with a nice book with a cover. And all you need to do now is add 3 staples here, here, and here. And last but not least, I like to personalize my nature journal by writing my name on it and drawing a picture of something in nature that I really like. So I think I'm going to sketch a little picture of a hummingbird because they're my favorite. There we go. Okay, so now I'm going to show you around my backyard and show you some of the things that I might put into my nature journal. I know I've been hearing crickets during the day, but I haven't seen one yet. He's huge. Seems like he likes to be underneath stuff. Wonder where he's going. Oh, over to hide under that tree maybe? So that a bird doesn't eat him? So here's another thing I had never really noticed in my backyard. It's just a dead log. But if you look really closely, there are little holes all through it. And I'm wondering if a bird might have made those holes, because I do often see birds pecking around back here. And I wonder if they are looking for insects buried underneath the bark. So I'll even peel back the bark a little bit. And ooh, wow. Oh, yeah, there is one right here. There's a little bug. Huh. So I know I've seen birds pecking at this log before. I'm wondering if they're using their long beaks to drill these holes in and try to eat these little bugs living under the bark. And there's also all this really beautiful lichen, this orange stuff growing all over the bark of the trees too. And if they get up really close, pattern on it is so beautiful. All right, so I've got these big, beautiful dandelions in my yard too. And 2 weeks ago, these little poofies up here were these big yellow flowers. And those big yellow flowers over time turned into one of these poofy things. And if you blow on them, some of them actually go away. So this is cool because I'm interested in how this changes over time, how these white poofs at the top started as a yellow flower and why they turned into them now, like a couple weeks later. So I'm going to put that in my nature journal too. So those are just some examples of things that I have decided to put in my nature journal. So now you're going to take a break and you're going to spend some time doing the same thing out around the softball fields where you all are at. So go ahead, take your nature journals, find some really cool stuff to document in there. And then what we can do is, if you'd like to take videos or take pictures of your nature journals and give them to Rosa, she can send them to me. And you'll finish by watching the video of some really cool stuff that I found going on in my backyard. All right, have fun. Great, I hope you all found some awesome things. So now I'm gonna show you something really cool that happened in my backyard recently. There you can see Chloe, the dog. And Chloe's got a bully, actually. You can see the bully flying around overhead. It's a little magpie, that black bird that's kind of landing in the trees above her. And you can hear her kind of yelling at Chloe. Chloe's doing a great job keeping her patience, trying to ignore the magpie. But every once in a while, she kind of loses her cool. And see, the magpie's even following her around, which is really kind of funny in a way. I mean, it's definitely kind of mean, but this bird is really kind of getting after Chloe. And sometimes she even pecks at bark and tries to throw pieces of bark at Chloe like she's doing right there. And I think that just sent Chloe over the edge. Now that might seem really mean, but when I looked further, I found a good reason why the magpie might be yelling at Chloe. So one really cool thing I've noticed right in my backyard right here too is that there are two parent birds that have been making a lot of noise. And just recently, I also started hearing some super young chicks. And the noise was actually coming right from this nest up here, which is a magpie nest. And so there are actually 3 baby birds living up in that nest right now that I can hear sometimes. So hopefully I'll be able to hear them. I'm gonna draw a picture of that and put it in my nature journal. So what I'm gonna do now in my nature journal is show that scene that I just saw between the dog, Chloe, and that bird, that magpie. And because I think that's kind of important to remember, because it kind of tells a story about what's happening in my backyard. So I'm just gonna draw a picture of it now. All right, so there's my scene. Thanks everyone. I hope you found some amazing things to put in your nature journals and that you'll keep them. As you can see from what I just did, I learned something very new. I thought that magpie was a bully, and I realized that it was just trying to defend because it was worried that Chloe might be a danger to its nest. So I actually learned something really cool and new about nature. And I saw, like at the beginning when I was, looking around on the ground on the forest floor, I saw some things that I had never noticed before, like those holes in the log. So keep your nature journals with you, take them on hikes, and keep putting things in them that you see that you think are cool. Thanks, and I'll see you next week. Bye.